What's going on, y'all? I am back once again, and tonight we're going to be checking out 11 underrated fictional vehicles that you should buy in Greenville. Now, you guys love the underrated list videos, so I do definitely recommend checking these out if you just want something to like roleplay in, or you just want to drive something that like you never see. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole purpose of this video, just to give you some ideas. And also, before we start, I would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. So yeah, I greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, let's get right into it. Okay, and with this list, unlike my other list, we are actually going to do newer cars first and then older cars last, just to kind of switch it up a little bit. And the first car on the list is going to be the 2024 Colin Commander, aka the 2024 Lotus Emira. Now, right off the bat, this car is just beautiful, even compared to the real life variant of it. I feel like some people might even say that this looks better than a real life variant. So I think they did a really great job on this. It's just a super pretty car, man. The base trim is an inline 4, which I am going to be reviewing. It is really good despite it being an inline 4. You got the V6 GT4. This is a trim that usually everybody gets. You might see these quite often, but you don't really see the other trims that often. And then we have the 3.5 liter V6 now, and they are pretty damn quick. So 172 miles per hour. 400 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, and the top speed on the trims are all the same. So with the V6 and even the V6 GT4, which is the most expensive, except the GT4 does have 60 more horsepower than the inline 4, and it is relatively heavier, but you are going to have more downforce if you care about that. And yeah, you did get this cool air as well, so I guess why not. Now I am going to exit the dealership, and I will show you mine right here. I did put a custom plate. I put this nice paint job on it, I put different rims on it, and I lowered it a bit, and this thing is just so attractive. Like, if I go into free cam, this car is just super nice looking. I mean, look at it. It looks beautiful, not gonna lie. It kind of looks like a car from GTA, but that's in a good way. And here's the startup for you guys. And this is an inline 4, by the way, so that sounds really good for an inline 4. There is no fog lights, but you do get low beams and you get high beams. And yeah, so all updated lights. You don't get any fog lights, unfortunately, but I mean, it's not really a deal breaker unless you're weird, I guess. And I'll do a quick road test, and let's see how she does. Oh, I did a little burnout there. Alright, so it does get up to speed pretty quick, and this is the base model, by the way. This is only an inline 4, and the V6 GT4 is a lot faster, so I definitely recommend picking this up. I would get the inline 4 mostly for style and not really for racing. There are better alternatives in my opinion when it comes to that, but I mean, hey, it's just a beautiful looking car. It's cheap, and yeah, that's going to be the first mention on the list. Alright, and next up on the list is going to be the 2022 Western Progen. Now, there are two different models. There is the sedan, but in this video, I'm going to be specifically reviewing the wagon. And the wagon, in my opinion, is just really, really cool. So you do get the base model right here, 2.4 liter inline 4, I'm guessing, or inline 6 maybe. You do get a 3.0, and you also get EV trims right here, and then you do get a hybrid trim. So yeah, it goes all the way up to 53k, and it starts out at 35k, so pretty affordable. 5 seats, you do get adaptive cruise control and all that, and it is aspirated, so pretty cool, and it looks really nice. So yeah, let's check it out. So here's mine right here. I did mine in this nice red, and I did lower it a bit, kind of like with all my other cars, but yeah, it's really nice. And here's the startup. Oh, I forgot it's electric, my bad. So the most notable part about this car is the running lights. The running lights kind of like wrap around nearly the whole front bumper, and it's just like really nice, very Western styled, you know, if that makes any sense. You do get fog lights right here, right in the center, and then you do get low beams and you get high beams, and they're just really nice looking lights. And it's a wagon, so I mean, hey, you can't really complain too much. And that's gonna do it for the second mention. Alright, and for the next car on this list, this might be somewhat of a throwback, but that's gonna be the 2021 Western Sergal. So we do got another Western, and you probably have seen this quite a lot, at least like the convertible. I feel like everybody sees the convertible, the base model of it, but I feel like nobody really sees like most of the coupe trims. I feel like all you see is the convertible because it's like mainly what people can afford. So yeah, here's the base right here. It starts out at 32k, but you can go all the way up to 60k right there. Yeah, 60k. And yeah, so relatively affordable. Has 330 horsepower, supercharged, 194 miles per hour, 3,800 pounds, and yeah, it's pretty damn quick. So here is mine right here. I did this nice green, I lowered it a bit, I did this Roblox plate, put some aftermarket rims on it, and I think it looks pretty darn nice. And here's the startup. Pretty beefy trim, honestly. A nice V8 right there. You do get fog lights. This car also had updated lights recently, so it's nice and up to date. You get low beams right there. You get high beams, and yeah, and same with the Progen. You do get the running light that kind of goes all the way across the front bumper, and yeah, you do get sequential turn signals as well on the front and back, and it looks pretty darn cool. So yeah, again, top speed is like 200 miles per hour, which is supercar territory. It has backfire, accelerates fast, and it has a pretty nice sound. So yeah, I'd say this car is like really underrated if you want something pretty quick and stylish and just like not that scene. So yeah, that's going to be the third car on the list. Alrighty, for the next car on the list, you most definitely have never ever in your life heard or probably even seen this car, and that's going to be the 2020 Caseus E2. So I'm pretty sure this car is a Beam and G drive car if I'm not mistaken, and you do get a wacky variety of colors here. You get a pink, you get an orange, you get a lime green. Just very joyful colors, I guess you could say. There's only one trim and only one rim option. As 159 horsepower, it gets 35 miles per gallon, 120 miles per hour if you care about that, and it's only $24,000. So I'd say that this is a really nice commuter car, or just like grinding car, whatever, roleplay car, however you want to use it, and it doesn't require any game pass. So I'd say that it's a pretty good buy. And just in case you think you might have seen this before, I mean, like, come on, there's no way you never ever see these. I think I've only seen one of these in the wild, maybe like one time, and that's it. So here it is. It did get updated lights recently, so you got low beams right there, you got high beams right there, reverse lights and everything. You do get no fog lights, sadly, but you do get nice running lights right here, which kind of blend into the lower grille. And yeah, it's just a pretty nice looking car. Not really the most attractive, but it's like definitely nice enough. And yeah, once again, this is just like pretty much a commuter car, and yeah, there's not much to say about it. It's just you never see these. It's quirky looking, it's fictional. Yeah, that's really it for this one. On to the next one. Alright, for the next car on the list, it's going to be the 2008 Wolfsburg Glide, aka the 2008 Volkswagen Jetta. Now, I have reviewed this car in one of my older underrated car videos, but I only did the wagon and I have not done the sedan. And with the sedan, I just want to throw in the SLX Clean Diesel. Or no, it's a Clean Diesel Trophy Edition, my bad. I'm pretty sure, actually I think I reviewed this car. I don't remember, that was quite a while ago, but I just want to throw in this trim because it is just so nice looking, and like, I don't know, I've been using it a lot recently and I love it. It starts at only 10k for this. You get 40 miles per gallon, 155 horsepower turbo, 130 miles per hour. It's a diesel, and it requires no game pass, so it's like pretty much perfect, and it looks super nice in my opinion. And yeah, you get a different front bumper, more sporty. I mean, a nice spoiler right there, quad exhaust or dual exhaust, I cannot speak words. And yeah, I mean, like, you can't really complain at all. It's just like, it's a really good car. And here it is right here. I did this nice yellow paint job that was shown in the dealership, and yeah, it just looks really nice. I also did like a Euro looking plate on it. It's not a Euro plate, but it looks Euro enough. You did get low beams right there, or running lights I should say. They're your low beams, they're your high beams. You get fog lights right there in the bumper. But again, just like the last car, this is pretty much like a commuter car or a grinding car. It is plentiful to get you around. It's fast enough. Despite being a diesel, like, you know, it just has enough. It has enough juice to get you around. I mean, it's pretty fast accelerating. Not the fastest, but it gets there. It gets the job done. So, yeah, again, not much else to say about this car. It's just a car you should really look into if you want something to grind with, drive around with, roleplay with, and you want to just have some style. So, yeah, that's all I really got for this one. Alright, and for the next car on the list, you probably have never seen this one either, or you might have seen it once and then forgot about it. But that's going to be the 2007 Marlin Motors Velindre, I think it's pronounced. I have no idea, I probably butchered that. And if I'm being honest with you, I have no idea which Aston Martin this is, but it looks like a Vanquish, I'm pretty sure. I'm just guessing off the top of my head. I don't use Google for these, so yeah, I'm assuming it's a Vanquish, but correct me if I'm wrong. But I mean, this Aston Martin fictional, it's just like, it's so good looking. Like when I first saw this, I thought it was an actual Aston Martin, but no, it's fictional, and it's really affordable too. So the base model, it only starts out at 17k, and then it does require the luxury game pass, unfortunately, but you get 307 horsepower, 149 miles per hour, but it is a boat clocking in at 3,800 pounds. And it goes all the way up to the V12 GT and the GT 6-speed, which you probably want, which has a 463 horsepower, 177, and it goes up to $40,000. So, and here is my pretty lady right here. It just looks, it looks so good, man. It looks amazing. It might look a little bit like a fish, but I mean, hey, at least it's an attractive fish. And that startup is so gnarly. One of the best startups in the game, in my opinion. But yeah, like it has such a good sound. That's probably my favorite part about this car. And it's not really a supercar or a sports car. I'd say it's more of a grand tourer, so it is pretty impressive, and it's definitely enough to get you around at high speeds. It's like a really flashy luxury car that's pretty darn fast and can hold its own. So I don't really have anything else to say for this. It's just like, I don't know, like I've never seen this ever since it came out, and I'm kind of sad because I feel like this is one of the best looking fictionals they've done, and it gets no love, and it's really nice sounding. So yeah, I'm kind of sad about it, but I mean, hey, that's the next mention, and hopefully you guys check it out. So on to the next car. Alright, for the next car on the list, it's probably going to be a bit of a curveball, but that's going to be the 1997 Western Cervid. So this car is pretty much similar to the Western Python, except it's like an off-road spec, and it looks super cool. It reminds me of like those kind of wacky off-road cars from the 90s, like the Via Cross and all that, but kind of like smaller, I guess. It's like a off-road modified car from the factory, and I just love that look. It has a spare tire in the back and everything. It's really nice looking. So it does start out at 11,500, and it goes all the way up to 1,200 or something, I think. 12,000, sorry. Yeah, it goes up to about 12,000. I don't know which trim I have. I'm pretty sure it's this one if I'm not mistaken. Or no, it's just a base trim. So I'd recommend just like getting the base trim maybe. And none of them require a game pass. So I mean, hey, feel free to go all out. If you like off-roading, or just like, I don't know, you want an off-road looking vehicle, I definitely recommend this car. It's enough to get you around 170 horsepower, 129 miles per hour, which might not sound like a lot, but it's only 2,700 pounds, so take that into consideration. And it's all-wheel drive, so that's also another thing to consider. And here's mine right here. I did get this trim. I don't know which one it is, but it has like the roof rack on top, and it's a two-door, and I got some skillies on it just to make it look more off-road and rugged and all that. And I did raise it up quite a bit. Yeah, you can do like a pretty gnarly off-road spec. The low beams, this car does have pop-ups, so that's pretty neat, and you get high beams right there. The fog lights do work. You can turn them on like that, and you can just roll around with the fog lights if you don't want the pop-ups up. And yeah, it's a really cool looking car. Oh, and you get rear fog lights too, which is pretty nice. But yeah, this car is just like really off-road capable, pretty badass, and just, I don't know, it's really cool looking, and I definitely will recommend it, especially for role playing and camping sites and whatnot. And yeah, that's going to be the next car on the list. So let's move on to number, I think it's 8 or something, or I don't even know. Let's just move on to the next one. All right, and moving on to the next car, the third to last one on the list, so bear with me, but it's going to be the 1988 Avanta Zeta Coupe. I'm pretty sure it's called the Zeta or the Zeta, I don't know. But yeah, this coupe is just like very BMW inspired, like 90s 80s BMW inspired. It is super nice. Avanta is like a pretty popular car company on Roblox, fictional car company that is. And yeah, it's just like really nice. There is also the Zeta sedan, which is pretty nice, and the Zeta Space Wagon. I'd recommend those two, but I'm going to be reviewing the coupe especially. So there's only one trim of it and only one rim type, but the rims are pretty nice. They're kind of like salad rims. 200 horsepower, 161 miles per hour, and 3,300 pounds. So that's kind of impressive. I don't know how they managed to get 106 miles per hour out of 200 horsepower. So that's kind of strange. It is rear-wheel drive. It does require the classic game pass, but the Zeta wagon doesn't require the classic game pass if you want this car, and it starts at 29k, so that is not bad. And here's mine right here. I kind of kept it pretty OEM. I didn't change much about it. I did put this nice Quebec plate on it, and that's kind of all I did to it. And this car also did get refreshed lights, so it has low beams right there, which look really nice, and you get high beams. You get fog lights right there, and you get this nice kind of like square looking lights, just really nice looking. And yeah, it's a really classy looking car. It looks very I don't know, it just looks very solid. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's very BMW inspired. Even just looking at it from afar, it is a really nice looking car, and I definitely recommend picking it up, even if it's the sedan or the wagon. It's just very cool looking. So yeah, that's gonna be the third to last mention on this list. Alrighty, and for the next car on this list, it's going to be the 1988 Aero Phoenix, aka the 1988 Pontiac Firebird / Trans Am. So you've probably seen the kit variant of this car a lot, and you never see like the actual car itself. You only see the Hunt Special Kit Edition, but you never see this one, which is kind of sad, because I feel like the base looks really nice, especially, and of course the Trans Am, and they did a great job on these fictionals. These fictionals look so convincing, and it's kind of sad. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, I love Kit, I love Knight Rider, but I feel like this deserves a bit more love, man. 225 horsepower, 142 miles per hour, which isn't too bad for the 80s. And yeah, it's only $21,000 and starts at 13k, so I definitely recommend it. The base model requires no pass, and the Trans Am does require the sports pass, which is kind of surprising. I thought it'd require the classic one. But yeah, and here is mine right here. I kind of did like a Dwight Schrute spec based from The Office, and I'd say it looks really nice. You don't have any fog lights, so you do get low beams, high beams, you know, updated lights, of course. It is fictional, and what I really like about this trim is that you get this kind of like cool accent right here on the real Trans Am, to match with like the logo on the back. Get it on the B pillar as well, and it just looks so nice. They did a great job on this fictional, like especially from the rear. It looks super convincing. And yeah, again, this car isn't really the fastest. It is pretty quick for the 80s, I'd say. It's enough to get you around, but yeah, I'd say this is definitely just like, I don't know, this car is like pretty badass in my opinion. And yeah, that's gonna be the second to last car on the list. I definitely check it out. This car is awesome. And yeah, let's get on with the final car. Alright, and for the final car on this list of 11 underrated fictional cars, that is going to be the 1986 Brawnson Noble Sport, aka the Buick Regal. So of course you definitely know what the Regal GNX is. I mean, like if you're a new gen, there's Kendrick Lamar, but if you're an OG, you definitely just know this car is like awesome. It's pretty much like the only acceptable V6 muscle car to a lot of people. I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, I don't really have a say on it, but it's just like a really cool V6 muscle car. And like the fictional model that they did is just like fantastic. Like I think this looks really good. I am going to be reviewing the base model right here, the limited, just because I think it looks super classy and I like it, you know, something a little different. There's the Type B, which is my least favorite trim. I mean, like, it's similar to the GNX, it's like right in between. And the base model starts out at only 20 grand, and the Type B at 39k. But yeah, 85 grand is really steep. I'm pretty sure they all require the classic pass. Yeah, they all require the classic pass. And if you go up front, here is mine right here. I have no idea why the vinyl is colored. I think like the paint, the April Fool's update kind of messed up the paint. But I mean, it's whatever. Very grandpa-esque, but I mean, hey, it's just super classy looking, especially when it's lowered. I feel like it looks so nice when it's lowered. You can kind of do like a lowrider build out of this if you want to. Yeah, it's just a really nice cruiser. And yeah, again, not much to say about these cars that are like casual, you know, they're casual. So yeah, this is gonna be the last car on the list. I hope you guys enjoy it. Like, you never see these and they're really cool. So yeah, that's gonna be the last car for the list. Okay, you know what, I completely lied. I am so sorry. I literally completely skipped over one car that I had written down. I apologize, but that's going to be the 2005 Sumo Woodlands SPT. So this is the last car on the list. Yeah, that's silly of me. It starts out at 26,000. It requires no game pads, 146 miles per hour, 265 horsepower, and it's all-wheel drive. And this car is based on the 2005 Subaru Forester XT, but I'm pretty sure this is like a fictional trim, like a WRX trim of the Forester, because there never was one in real life, so I'm guessing this is like a fictional trim of it, which I think is really cool. It would be really nice if they made a WRX trim of this car. But yeah, 26k, and then you can get the street variant, which is 29k. Again, doesn't require a game pass. I don't think any of them do. Yeah, none of them do require a game pass, so you can just go all out. And I think it looks the best when you put some modifications on it. So here's mine here. I did the nice Subaru blue because I had to. I lowered it. I kept the OG rims on it, and yeah, again, it just looks super close to a real life Subaru. I love how it looks. And it is right hand drive, which is pretty quirky and neat. You got running lights right there. You got low beams, high beams, and you do get a rear fog light right there, which is pretty nice. And there's your reverse light. And yeah, it's just like, again, I can't stress it enough. This is super nice. Very, very stylish. Like, it just looks modified, you know. I love that kind of modified from factory look. And yeah, it is turbo, so it is going to be really, really quick. And it's all-wheel drive as well, so it will be fun off-roading. And yeah, I feel like you'd never see these a lot. You don't really see the base Foresters that much. I mean, maybe time to time, but I feel like you never see these anymore, especially for when they first came out. They were everywhere, and then they died off and you never see them anymore. That's the case with most cars, especially with this one. So yeah, I like to give it some love, and this is going to be the last car on the list because I skipped over it. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. 11 underrated fictional cars that you should buy in Greenville. Let me know down in the comments what cars you should have seen on the list, like what I should have put on the list, and some cars that were your favorite off of this list. So just let me know down in the comments. I'm pretty curious of what you guys have to say. And yeah, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to get there before June of 2025, before graduation, so I'd greatly appreciate it. And yeah, that's all I really got for you guys. If you do want more videos like this or want more video ideas, then let me know. And shout out to this guy for inspiring me to make this video. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for y'all. I'll catch you later.